All right, so I'm going to start by talking about the lab portion of the policies, procedures, and what has changed. So we're going to jump right in. In your appointment letters, you guys should have a link to subscribe to the Canvas page that I'm going to show you guys here in just a minute. And it's not in the email, it's like in your actual attached appointment letter. And it's like the second paragraph on the second page of your appointment letter. So make sure and sign up for that. When you click the link, it'll take you and ask you a few different questions. Once you fill that out, it'll then populate the Canvas page into your dashboard, just so you guys are aware. For those of you that are in lab, you can also request access to the Canvas page for that course. You'll just want to provide the instructor your first and last name, your login credentials, and your S number. And then they can get you added to the Canvas page for that course. And then I'm going to show you guys the calendar for the lab. Now, as soon as you see this, it's going to seem very overwhelming, so do not panic. I'm going to teach y'all how to read it, okay? So once you have signed up for the Canvas page, this is what it looks like once you get into it, okay? If you scroll down, you have these 3 different links. We have the lab schedule, which I'm going to go over with you guys here in just a second. Then you have the training modules, which a lot of you completed most of them last semester. We are adding them every semester. So there are, I believe, 2 more now. So go ahead, get in there, take a look. They have quizzes as well. And then the adjunct resources is some of the material we're going to go over with you guys today. All right, so this is the lab schedule. Again, don't panic. I'm going to teach you. It's okay. Okay? All right, so if you look at this side of the screen, 1 through 9 there, that is the week of the semester. So that's how you know what week it is. If you look at week 1, you will notice that we start on September 17th. We start on a Wednesday. Whoever decided that starting a semester on a Wednesday was a good idea, I don't like them. Anyway, so then this next column here, that is what is going on that day. So on Tuesday, October 7th, it's 4th semester. Wednesday, October 8th, 1st semester. Thursday, October 9th, 3rd semester. Friday, October 10th, 2nd semester. This week, it's OBP, and then fall break, okay? So that's kind of how you read what that is. Then as you move over, you'll notice this green column tells you what is happening in that lab on that day. So that same week for 4th semester, it's simulation. 1st semester, mini simulation. 3rd semester, simulation. And then 2nd semester, it's a skills day. So you can see what they're doing. And then, as you come over a little bit further, we move into who's teaching. The first column is the lead of the course. The second column is the co-lead of the course. So if you look on Wednesdays, it's me and Nathan. That's who you're going to reach out to if you end up wanting to pick up or you're switching with somebody, whatever it might be. They can get you the material. I recommend reaching out to both people just because sometimes one's a little more busy than the other or vice versa. One of them will get back to you quickly. With that being said, there are a few different ways to contact those people. You can contact them through the Canvas page, you can email them, or you can contact us through Outlook, or if you have our phone numbers, just call or text us. That's fine too. But if you don't have our phone numbers, there's other ways to get a hold of us. All right, these yellow spots that you guys will see throughout the document are availability. So we need somebody to fill that spot. So if you're like, oh, I could pick up the 23rd, that's a great idea. You can just text Nathan and I, and we'll plug you in. Okay, question? We're just texting the lead. Yep, just text the lead, co-lead, or call, or email, whatever. And then we'll plug you guys into that spot. Okay. So that's kind of it for the adjunct training page. We're going to jump into policies and procedures. So our dress code policy really hasn't changed a lot this semester, at least for adjuncts. The The main thing with that is just don't wear black. You can wear basically any other color you want. We just want to differentiate you guys from the students. With that, the one thing that did change was the nail policy. So for students, the nail policy is nothing above the fingertips and no polish at all, nothing. Also, no permanent jewelry, nothing like that. For adjuncts, it can be just above the tip of the finger, but it has to be neutral colors. Okay, that might change next semester depending on how the semester goes. There was a lot of damage to the mannequins this semester that were nails. We could physically see nails. So, in theory, the students shouldn't have had it last semester, but we know some snuck through. If we see damage at the end of this semester, it'll be the same policy across the board for everybody. Okay. I do have the dress code policy here for you guys, and there are QR codes on the back if you guys want t-shirts. So those are there for you. Questions about that? All right, so just talking about our mannequins, do not ever put them in standby mode. We previously had been telling people during the lunch hour, put your mannequin in standby mode. Zach and I went to a training this past week, and we're told don't ever do that. It actually, quote unquote, weird things happen. So they actually told us to shut the mannequin down and turn it back on, which is actually better also because we have set the Christmas tree chargers to charge during lunch. And we have been told that our mannequins only take 2 hours to charge. So in theory, your mannequin should be most of the way charged by the time you come back from lunch if it's been off. Okay?
Do you want us to turn our mannequins off during lunch?
Yes. Okay. Shut them down. Hopefully, we're going to have a better semester. We've done a lot of things. There's a little red plug behind the knee of the mannequin. It is their pneumatic system. It's for their pulses. It's for bleeding. It controls a whole bunch of different things. When the mannequins get moved around a lot, it comes unplugged. Just connect it back together. Rule of thumb, don't disconnect it, but if it comes apart, just reconnect it.
And then same for the L.
Yes, all of them have it. Yep. And then if you have any issues or concerns with it, just get Zach or I and we can look at it. All mannequins must be flat when you're turning them on. This particularly refers to our high fidelity mannequins, like our Hals and our babies. However, as a rule of thumb, so you don't have to differentiate between them, just make sure the mannequin's flat when you turn it on. It's because the mannequin calibrates every time it turns on, and if they are not completely flat, they calibrate incorrectly. So, and then they don't act like they should. Do not plug any wires or into the tablet other than the cord for the tablet that's at that computer station. With that being said, also don't plug anything into the monitors. We had a lot of instances when we were just going through the computers this last semester where adjuncts had plugged in a device into the computer and they paired. So I had a lot of adjuncts names and files and tablets on those computers as like a Bluetooth connected device. I'm sure they were just being charged, but it did happen. So just don't plug in at all. That causes issues with our mannequin. So just plug into the wall. That's fine. Wall's good. But don't plug anything into the tablets or the monitors. All right. Well, on that note, don't change any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth settings. All of our mannequins are set up a little bit different from one another, so we just ask don't touch any of the settings. It does affect how the mannequin connects. We do not have any Wi-Fi in the lab. We have disconnected completely from SLCC's Wi-Fi because it was causing us too many issues. None of the lab computers, devices, any of it can access Wi-Fi, and we do not want it to. It will see it, so if you were messing with the Wi-Fi and you clicked on the Bruin SLCC, it will try and connect, and it will get minute Wi-Fi, and it can take a mannequin down for up to 3 weeks. So just don't do it. Don't mess with settings, okay? If they realize they have an update, we're done. So we just don't want them to even know that that exists, and we will help them at a later date, okay? So just watch for that. Do not remove the metal circles on the mannequins. So the mannequins have the metal circles at the midpoint, which is the separation between the upper and lower half of the body. A lot of those circles went missing this past semester. So if the mannequin needs opened or adjusted, please just find Zach and I so that we can make sure it gets back together correctly. Yeah, so that's it for that slide. And then because we do not have Wi-Fi and we don't want you guys to attempt to get to the Wi-Fi, we do have printed out instructions because you guys are faculty on how to access the Wi-Fi. You can put up to 3 devices on your account. So you can do your phone, you can do your laptop, you can do a tablet. You have a few to do that way. We also, I'm sure you guys have seen, we have signs around the lab that say no Bluetooth. We are asking students this semester to turn off their Bluetooth. We are going to ask the same of you guys. That does include smart devices like watches, to shut off the Bluetooth because it does help the simulation experience. There's less interference. Questions with any of that? Okay, awesome. Well, I will turn the time over to Britt, and she will talk about clinical. Hey guys, so I'm Britt.
And I'm Mike. Nice to meet all of you. Let's take a moment and do some introductions. Everyone's favorite.
I will cut this portion out of the video, don't worry.
So if you just want to go around, say your first, last name, and what you do here.
And maybe anything else that you want cut out. Now's your time to say it.
Yeah, start here.
I can start. I'm Katie Stevenson. And to be honest with you, I'm the